Oh yes, welcome. Come on in to Dad's Aussie Hair on this Friday feeling, where positivity comes out the tap. It really does. Yes, once again, we attempt the build. Keep positive, we will build. The Tony Nijhuis Lysander. Yes, this lovely, beautiful plane that I've just had a few issues with, as you've known. Now, we was doing the wing last week, and I did get the new fuselage, fuzz, whatever you like to call it, and it was staring at me in the corner saying, build me. Let's build it. Alrighty then, so yes, as you know, we spoke to Chris at SLEC, and he managed to figure out what parts I needed, and because we didn't want to purchase a whole new balsa pack, because, you know, wood is expensive these days. Oh yes, it is. But got the parts, and then last night I decided to make a start. I thought, well, let's get it to where we was when I kind of realised that I put them all backwards. So here you are. So I don't know if you can see on here. So basically I marked up each side, and obviously put top on that one. Put this little see a little arrow in there, and a little cross there. So when I took them apart, I knew exactly. So now we've got a bit of down thrust. And we've got a bit of down thrust, and we've got a bit of right thrust. So it's how it's meant to be, how Tony designed it, yes. So then I decided, a little picture here, I decided to draw out the lines. This is what Colin has said. Just put them on there and draw the lines, so it's going to be a lot easier to add. And you can see the lines on here. Obviously, I've got the lines on the inside because I haven't got the reverse side of it. So yeah, it was more of an indicator for me. And I don't know if you saw it in that drawing, but I'd actually forgotten to do F2. So I thought this was the first one. Yeah, so there you go. So I glued this to this. Again. But it's I put some debonder on it, and it moved, and it didn't break, and so I was happy, and I had to leave it overnight because I wanted the debonder to be totally dry. Yeah, and then I've been having fun this morning. Now it's quite late in the day today, so I'm a bit concerned about how much we're going to do and how much we're going to get on with. I'll try not to speak too much, as I know people like to see what I'm doing, but I need to explain as well. So you've only got one. You got kind of a measurement over on the other side. It's on the top of the drawing. You can't really see it, but it's up there because obviously I've got the side from here because of the right thrust. It's going to be different from this front of this to the back of the firewall. So you've got this measurement here, but it doesn't really give, it does give a measurement on the back on the other side. So I've been playing about with this, and then what I decided to do was glue this one in place because I knew that line was correct, the pencil line. Get that level, which I knew it was going to be. Well, I didn't know it was going to be, but I was hoping it would be. Then I worked from basically made sure that the distance from here to the firewall was correct from the drawing on the here. And on the other side as well, because you've got that little right thrust, so this is going to be shorter side. Yeah, and it was a good job really, because the lines that I had on this side were totally wrong. It was not too bad on that side, it was nearly there. A lot of fun, yes. Now, I was trying to figure out, you know, because people say, you know, put it on a jig, you know, the board, the lovely SLEC jig. Trouble is, there's no there's no real square edge to add on to it. You know, I mean, the great thing is that if I show you on the iPhone cam, Tony's come up with this brilliant idea. And if you can see on these little sides, they're little rail slots. So the top of the fuse acts like a rail, so it will keep it, as long as you have them tops, you can keep it square, because it has a slight twist because of the back here, as you know, as you can see there. But they do line up now. There you go, they do line up, which is fantastic, which obviously they didn't before. I still have got the other fuselage somewhere. I'm not sure where I put it. I think it's over there somewhere. Why I'm keeping it, I don't know, but you never know. You know, I could work on that and make it into a new fuse, whatever, and be building. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these, I'm going to dry fit these. I'll probably change the camera position. I'll dry fit them, and then we'll play some pleasant music while I mess about, because I don't want to glue, because I have a habit of gluing and then realising I've made a mistake, and that is totally my fault. It's a learning curve. Always look at the drawings, measure once, measure twice. That's why my father used to say it to me all the time, and now it's sinking in about 50 years later, 40 years later, whatever it is. Yeah, measure once, measure twice. Was it measure 3 times, cut once? Something like that, anyway. Alrighty, so there we go. We've all got them on there. And yes, as you can see, I've got the jig out. I thought, no, I've got to get a jig because I was trying to think, making sure that that this was all kind of like in line. They're not glued. And it's a good thing, really, because I know you was probably screaming at the camera. But F4 and F5 are the wrong way around. Trouble is, I put the top on F4 and the bottom on F5. So I don't know if I've got... I think I'm going to have to change it as well, because the little two holes over here need to be on this one, but the bottom of the rails need to be on this one. I thought I was okay at just swapping them over, but I've glued them on wrong. But it's okay because I also got that in the kit. Oh, golly gosh. Yes, I put them around the wrong way, you see, when I put them on. And again, I looked at there and I thought, oh, because I was basically using number 19. You can't really see on there, but there's little notches to upside down. So I was using the bottom notch on this line over here, the centre line here, that you can't really see either. And then using the back and then putting like a level... No, a square at the back, and making sure that that line was at the back, and then obviously with the number 19, which is on this one, make sure that that is over it as well. So that is as square as we can get the aircraft before I start the fuselage. Sorry, before I start gluing. And now gluing, what I'll have to do is I'll have to use my calipers, and unfortunately the battery's gone, which is really annoying. But I've just ordered some more. Measure between F3 and F4 on the plans, and then do that the same here, because we know that F3 is square. That's the correct position. So I can measure each side off that, then glue it a little bit at the top and bottom, and then measure the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. But first I need to get out the other piece of kit and take out F4 and F5 again, and glue them properly, because they're glued. I think on those I did, because they hold the wings, I did epoxy them, which is, yeah, I'm going to epoxy them again. The only thing I didn't epoxy was the front, because I didn't want it to move, but I can put in sort of like little fillets, sort of long fillets, a couple of inches or something, triangles, epoxy those in so that holds the firewall nice and strong. Same with the wings. These come in two parts. I don't know why they've come in two parts, but they have. The other thing I could do is drill the holes. So there's two holes here and there's two holes at the top. I don't know if you can see them really. I could just clamp them together, drill the two holes, so you've got holes at the top, holes at the bottom. That would save me rebuilding them, I guess, and waiting for the epoxy. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. We got the roving gum. So these are all stuck, and they're only stuck in two places. Only stuck at the top and bottoms, just in case I had a bit of a wobbler. But I'm a bit confused at the moment, because here's the line that I measured before, which obviously is here as well. But this line here doesn't. It goes up into the middle. But when I measure on the drawing between inner and outer, as I call it, it's exactly the same. So I'm not sure what's happened. The measurements between each of the each of the formers were more important, and they're exactly as the drawing. So if I go to the drawing that I got here, so I was basically measuring from the back of this former to the front of this former, and then doing the same. Whoa, you can make it dizzy on the same on here, all the way to the back. Yeah, and even that back one it looks like it could do with a bit extra. So I'm not sure what's out of sync, whether it's the plane, me, or something else. I mean, yeah, you know, it could be me. So anyway, these are back to normal. So I couldn't drill the holes because these are together. They're different sizes as well. But they've got the top ones here, which it should be, and on the bottom you've got the rings for the stringers, and then the front one hasn't got any stringers underneath, but it's got the two holes at the bottom. So you've got a little metal bar that comes through here, up and through there, to give it extra stability. But we'll do that. We'll go through that. Now I do want to measure it now. This has taken time because I wanted to take my time. You know, where I'm measuring between here and then gluing here, and then measuring the bottom, making sure it's right, and doing dab of glue here. I haven't put any glue down the edge yet in the seams. As you can see there, excuse me, that's now lined up on this edge rather than this edge. It's almost like I've come out, or maybe it's the thickness of the balsa is slightly smaller. I don't know. But I've just checked it again, and that there is right, that there is right, and that there is right. Soon for stringers, but I mean first we cover. So we do some covering here, and then it goes on to the stringers and bits and pieces. And I've got a feeling that'll be next week, because I don't want to rush. I do apologise, you know, it wasn't a mega video today. I had in mind it was going to be longer, but I had this issue last night where I glued that to there, and then I had to debond it, and then of course all the wood is kind of full of debonder, and I had to let that dry and then move it back again and get that all straight. But you can actually see from this angle actually a bit of down thrust and a bit of right thrust, so you can see that on there, which is all good, and that's the main thing. So yeah, I'm going to carry on and measure it. Well, after I've done the video measuring that, making sure it's okay, then I'll put a bead of what I might do actually, I might just get some epoxy and just fill a bead down there every day to get it so solid. Especially here, because these are for the wing. These are the wing holders. So you know, there's like a tube that goes on here, and then the wing spars go through it. So really, all that is just here is epoxy. So if that goes, then your wing goes. So I'd like to put a nice ream of epoxy down here, and the same with here on the firewall. I have like a small triangle. As you see, that is my, when I was making sure I didn't accidentally turn things around. But these two holes that you get in here mean it's the left hand side top. And then, as you saw before, I don't know if I actually showed you, but the actual fuselage itself it's got written on it left hand side. Yes. So, you know, measure and then look and look and look and look. But yeah, so I'm just going to measure all this. And yeah, all good fun, eh? Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there for another week. It's shorter than anticipated. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but as I just said, you know, yes, last night didn't go to plan. But I'm just happy that I've got the formers on and they are stuck. Next is a bit of covering and then stringers, which I'm really looking forward to. I love stringers. I don't know what it is, I just love it, a plain looking like it. They're a pain in the backside sometimes, but where, you know, I've done some stringers in the mini Sinbad, which I really enjoyed. I love the look of it. This is going to be camo as it should be. So you're not going to see all the stringers afterwards, but yeah, we'll have a look over with that. And then once I get this done and get this how I want to, you know, you go move on to the tail and everything else, then we'll go back to the wings. At least I'm a bit step ahead of that, and I know roughly what I'm doing, ish. I should never say that to anybody. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, listen, thanks for popping by. Don't forget to boost it and like it and all that sort of stuff, because it helps us get out there and get bigger and bigger and bigger. We get bigger and bigger. Someone might notice us and give us free stuff to give away to you lovely people. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I'm enjoying this build. I'm loving it. I have taken my time. I'm kind of learning from my mistakes-ish. I'm always going to make sense. My brain's always going like this. It's always thinking about this and bits and pieces. And even though it is a Friday and I don't work on Fridays, I still get phone calls and everything else. So it's you never really concentrate. The best thing was last night. I really enjoyed that, poking and tigging around, even though it got a bit cold and the time just flies by, right? Anyway, I'm chatting on. If you can get out and do some RC anywhere you want to, then get out, because it is yummy. It brings on that positivity. But if you do get out and do some flying or cars or boats or anything else, be safe but keep safe. And most of all, just enjoy it and spread the word. Spread the word about Dad's RC Hangar, and also about your hobby and everything else. And of course, about building. You know, it's fantastic. It's just awesome. I love it. Not very good at it, but I love it. But I'm positive, and I will get good at it. Oh, yes. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, listen. Have a great weekend. And if you're not watching this weekend, you're watching it in the week, have a great week. But I will see you again next Friday, and we'll be doing some more with the covering, with the cowl, a bit of sheeting, with a bit of balsa sheeting, and a bit of stringers, which I'm really looking forward to. All right, now. Ta-ra. Be safe.